As a dominant predator in Africa, the lion's roar commands attention across the grassland. Yet, even this king is not without formidable opponents. While rivals like warthogs and leopards pose threats, they are not the only animals capable of bringing down a lion. Today, I will take a look at some animals in the world that can kill lions. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel, which will take you to explore more unknown and magical worlds. Warthogs can appear amusing and seemingly harmless, suggesting they could hardly be a serious opponent for larger predators. However, their appearance is deceiving. This animal is not easily preyed upon. The warthog is a wild pig native to the African grasslands. Its weight ranges from about 50 to 150 kilograms, but its speed and endurance are remarkably impressive. It can reach speeds of up to 55 kilometers per hour over short distances and make sudden turns while running, making it one of the fastest wild pigs on the African grasslands. Its speed isn't its only advantage, as warthogs also possess two pairs of deadly tusks. These tusks can be up to 60 centimeters long and serve as important weapons for both attack and defense. Although primarily an herbivore or omnivore that does not actively hunt prey, if a lion attempts to prey on a warthog, the warthog will fiercely defend itself rather than waiting passively. When attacked, the warthog will quickly turn and fight using its tusks. This defense specifically targets the legs, abdomen, and throat of the predator. A successful hit can leave the lion seriously injured or even dead on the spot. Such an event occurred in Seven Gate. In this instance, an adult warthog was targeted, but before the lion could launch its attack, the warthog charged directly at the lion, causing it to retreat repeatedly. The warthog launched several subsequent attacks, and the lion appeared hesitant, not daring to fight back. In the end, the lion ran away. Such incidents are not isolated cases. Many lions are often scratched by tusks when attempting to hunt warthogs, and some have even died from subsequent infection. In this cruel land, the rule of survival is simple and direct: either hunt or be killed. In the eyes of many people, porcupines may seem like the most unlikely opponents for lions. After all, their relatively small body makes them seem like a mere snack for a lion. However, their appearance is deceiving. This tough little animal is certainly not prey that can be easily slaughtered. The porcupine is the third largest living rodent. Despite this, its body length is typically only about 75 centimeters, and its weight is usually only around 10 kilograms. It's not much different in size from an animal like the honey badger. And compared to the honey badger, the porcupine doesn't have its fearsome claws or renowned aggression. But porcupines can still make the king of the African grasslands. The lion, feel wary. Why is this? Judging by size alone, the weight of a lion is at least 10 times that of a porcupine, making it seem like a porcupine could be easily overcome. Moreover, while the porcupine is not aggressive, its defense is incredibly effective. When a lion tries to hunt a porcupine, this spiny animal's roughly 30,000 quills will immediately stand erect, and it will tuck its vulnerable underside beneath the quills. As long as the lion approaches, these quills will pierce its skin, causing intense pain. Furthermore, because the end of each quill is barbed, it is difficult to remove once it pierces skin and muscle. As the lion's muscles move, the quills can migrate deeper. If a quill penetrates a vital area, the lion can be killed. Although this defensive strategy often causes lions to retreat, if a lion is particularly persistent and attempts to take down the porcupine in one bite, it risks being impaled in key areas like the face, mouth, and throat. While not always immediately fatal, such injuries can lead to wound infection, loss of feeding ability, and ultimately pose a threat to its life. Records indicate that since the 17th century, there have been over 50 documented cases of lions being seriously injured or even killed by porcupines. Among these, 2 lion skulls preserved in museums show evidence of such encounters. One has a porcupine quill embedded in its nose, and the other shows traces of porcupine quills near the dental area. Furthermore, these lions injured by porcupines were often young or inexperienced. This aligns with the expectation that younger, less cautious lions are more likely to take risks. These incidents are more than enough to prove that this small, quilled opponent is definitely not ideal prey, and can even be a deadly threat to lions. Hyenas are formidable rivals to lions in Africa. While lions are recognized as the dominant predators, hyenas are highly successful hunters known for their teamwork. What happens when these two powerful rivals confront each other head-on? Lions are huge and powerful. A male lion can weigh up to 250 kilograms and possesses incredible strength, capable of crushing the bones of its prey with its powerful jaws. Hyenas are significantly smaller, with spotted hyenas averaging around 50 to 55 kilograms. While a male lion is roughly 4 times heavier, meaning several hyenas are needed to equal the weight of a single lion, their smaller size does not mean they are incapable opponents, but are hyenas vegetarians? Obviously not. Surviving on the African savanna requires formidable skills, and hyenas are well equipped. So, what gives hyenas an edge? Their key advantages are their numbers and cooperation. Spotted hyenas live in complex social groups called clans, which can number up to 80 individuals. While not always hunting in such large numbers, they are highly cooperative when confronting rivals or hunting large prey, enabling them to chase quarry for long distances and bring down animals much larger than themselves. Although lions and hyenas do not typically prey on each other, conflicts between them are common and often result in injury or death, particularly for cubs. Their relationship is a fierce rivalry. A constant struggle for survival rooted in competition for food. Killing a competitor reduces threats and increases their own chances of survival. Therefore, when hyenas encounter a lone lion, especially a male, they will often not hesitate to attack. Hyenas usually employ siege tactics. Some individuals harass the lion from the front to distract it, while others sneak around to attack from behind. While lions are powerful, being surrounded by multiple hyenas is extremely taxing. The continuous attacks from all sides wear down the lion's physical strength, making it difficult to defend itself. Eventually, the lion can be overwhelmed, suffering multiple bites and collapsing from exhaustion. Many people picture zebras as gentle animals that are easy prey, quick only to run away. But that idea couldn't be more wrong. Zebras aren't just fast and tough runners, they're surprisingly dangerous. When facing predators, they aren't defenseless victims. Instead, they are some of the most powerful fighters the open plains have. Adult zebras can weigh a hefty 300 to 450 kilograms, sometimes even heavier than a male lion. They have long, powerful legs, and their hind legs, especially, can kick with a force potentially reaching 1 ton. A direct hit from such a kick can leave even a strong lion with broken bones or knocked unconscious instantly. On top of that, zebra skin is tougher than you might think. Even more bite-resistant than a horse's hide. Combined with their tightly packed muscles, this makes them incredibly difficult for a predator to bring down. When lions single out a zebra, the zebra usually doesn't just bolt. It stays alert, watching the lion's every move closely. Only when the lion breaks into a full sprint do they accelerate. Zebras can hit speeds of 65 km per hour, and they can often outrun lions or match their initial burst of speed over shorter distances. As they run, a zebra might deliver powerful kicks with its back legs. These kicks are often aimed right at the lion's head, sometimes with enough power to send the big cat flipping through the air before it lands hard. If the kick lands just right on the lion's jaw, it can cause severe fractures and bleeding, potentially leading to a slow death if the lion can no longer eat. It's a mistake to think a running zebra is just mindlessly fleeing. In fact, every movement might be part of a counterattack. While zebras never actively hunt lions, they are absolutely capable of killing these top predators. Lions might be top predators, but facing venomous snakes leaves them surprisingly defenseless. On the African savanna, 2 of the most dangerous are the black mamba and various cobras. The venom from these snakes is mainly neurotoxic, with the black mambas being especially powerful and fast. A bite can be fatal in just minutes if the victim doesn't get help. While lions usually don't hunt large snakes, they're bound to cross paths with venomous ones while hunting or exploring. If a lion makes a snake feel threatened, the snake will quickly coil into a defensive stance, then strike like lightning with its fangs. They often target the lion's legs, face, or throat. Why these spots? Because they're full of blood vessels, helping the venom spread fast. Once bitten, the toxins hit the lion's system. The poisoned lion will start to feel its limbs weaken, its breathing become shallow, and its vision blur, eventually leading to paralysis. Within minutes, the venom drains its strength, and it collapses. No matter how hard the lion struggles, those unseen toxins are already doing severe damage inside. Even if it manages to get up for a moment, the ongoing effect of the venom will inevitably bring it crashing back down. You see, even though they're tiny compared to a lion, not even big enough to get stuck in its teeth, lions can't withstand their poison. There's even a famous story of a black mamba biting an elephant, causing it to collapse, which shows just how potent the venom is. It proves that in the wild, while size is important, deadly poison and a sudden attack can pose a fatal threat to anyone. The leopard is a solitary hunter, known for its incredible stealth and agility, a truly formidable presence on the African savanna. Take a close look at the trees out there. You might just see a leopard hiding in the branches, maybe with a young, helpless lion cub held in its jaws. This cat might not be the absolute fastest, but it's a master of quick bursts of speed and agility. Leopards are medium-sized, typically weighing between 40 and 90 kilograms, but they pack incredible explosive power. They can sprint up to 60 kilometers per hour and leap horizontally as far as 6 meters. They're amazing climbers, one of the rare big predators that can haul their kills high into a tree. Often carrying food that weighs twice as much as they do, as a lone hunter, the leopard handles everything itself, from the ambush to the kill. Even though the lion is called the king of Africa, it often tries to steal the leopard's hard-won meals, a big reason for the bad blood between them. But lions live in groups and aren't nearly as good at climbing. This makes it tough for them to get a kill once a leopard has dragged it into a tree. So, the leopard sometimes targets the weak spot in a lion pride, the cubs. It will sneak quietly nearby, wait for the lioness to be distracted or away, then strike fast, snatching a cub and disappearing up a tree. There's no big fight on the ground, just the frustrated roars of the adult lions below, while the leopard watches from its leafy hideout. It's a brutal but highly effective tactic, showing just how smart leopards are, but don't think leopards only go after the easy targets. They can and do challenge adult lions, especially those that are alone. There's a recorded case from Kenya where a lone adult lion was suddenly attacked by a leopard. The leopard went straight for the throat, biting so quickly and precisely that the lion barely had time to react before it lost control and went down. This wasn't a reckless attack, it was a calculated move. While not the biggest or strongest predator out there, the leopard is definitely one of the most dangerous and unpredictable. On the savanna, it's not about who starts the fight, it's about who survives it and gets to eat. When people imagine dream matchups in the animal world, the bear often comes up as one of the few animals that could genuinely challenge a lion. A bear's power isn't just about its massive size and incredible strength, its thick fur and tough skin also offer a natural shield against an enemy's claws and teeth. Compared to a bear, a lion's physical defenses are much less robust. Plus, while an adult male lion usually weighs around 180 to 250 kilograms, big bears like brown bears or polar bears can easily tip the scales at 300 to 600 kilograms or even more. This huge size difference gives the bear a big edge in raw power and stamina. In a head-to-head fight, a bear's bite force and sharp claws are a serious threat a lion would struggle to withstand. Their claws are long and hard, capable of slashing deep into flesh with a single swipe. Their strong bite can crush bones and inflict fatal wounds fast. Even though they're massive, larger bears also have surprising endurance and can move with unexpected agility for their size during a fight. Bears usually fight in a very direct and brutal way. They tend to confront threats head-on, and for most animals, this sheer aggression and power would be too much to handle. Lions, however, being incredibly strong themselves, are still capable of putting up a fierce fight against a bear. Since bears and lions live on different continents, they almost never meet in the wild. But back in history, curious humans would sometimes force these two powerful animals to fight to see who was stronger. Records from these arranged contests often show the bigger bears coming out on top, with lions frequently losing due to the bear's superior strength and devastating claws. It's worth remembering, though, that these were staged fights and don't really show what would happen in a natural encounter, which is incredibly rare anyway. The python is a formidable and unconventional hunter in nature. They possess neither venom nor sharp claws and do not rely on speed to chase prey. Instead, their deadly ability lies in constriction. Studies indicate that a python's constriction force can reach 90 pounds per square inch, a force comparable to a small car pressing down. Once prey is constricted, escape is nearly impossible. In contrast, the lion, the powerful overlord of the African grasslands, possesses sharp fangs, strong limbs, and amazing explosive power, enabling it to easily bring down antelopes and other large animals. When these two formidable predators encounter each other, the question arises, who is the hunter and who becomes the prey? One day, a lion went out hunting, but unexpectedly encountered a huge African rock python. Approaching the python, the lion vocalized aggressively, perhaps with roars and growls. The python, typically an ambush predator, remained silent but ready to strike, aiming to bite the lion. The lion reacted swiftly, attempting to maneuver behind the snake, a common tactic. However, the python proved faster, launching a direct counterattack. In the ensuing struggle, the lion probed for an opening, but the situation remained tense as neither animal yielded. It was in a moment of hesitation that the python seized its chance, biting the lion with precision. The lion struggled frantically and kicked wildly, trying to get rid of this deadly bondage. As the struggle continued, the python's deadly constriction took hold, and the lion was ultimately overcome. Such encounters, while not everyday occurrences, are not unheard of. While lions and pythons do not typically prey on each other, their interactions underscore the fundamental reality of survival in the animal world. Competition for resources means that eliminating a potential threat increases one's own chances of survival. Of the animals mentioned that can kill lions, which one impressed you the most? Have something to add? Please leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.